Okay, it's not that link. Made Papa YouTube angy. Made Papa YouTube angy.
Okay. Time to go to Facebook chat. Next time I do a conspiracy stream, we'll just do it on Facebook. Oh my god. You're not dead. Can I keep watching stuff? I removed all the tags. I removed all the tags, so I don't think they'll know now. Oh, thank you for the follow, I can't believe they suspended my stream. YouTube wants to know your location. Oh my god. Hey YouTube, why did my stream get taken down? I only talked about anti-Semitism and 9/11. YouTube must be dead. Chat, I'm gonna hit up Alex Jones. I'm gonna be like, hey buddy, can I have a spot on band.video?
Deli owners, what I use is the word Zionist. So
Alex
these are
Jones,
people that are hell-bent on world domination, and most Gentiles are not very conspiratorial minded. So they.
Okay, what is a Gentile? What? What? What is that word? Oh no.
They don't think that the earth could be flat. We can't wage war with the beast, but we can win souls for Jesus.
It's all mind control. You got a Kimmel and you got a Fallon, and I think both of those are Jewish-backed names. What we're standing on here is not what they told us it is. The whole thing can be solved very easily.
Chad, if I get banned from YouTube, which route should I take? Should I hit up Alex Jones and be like, bro, I was speaking the truth. I was preaching the truth. And try and get Alex Jones' support? Or should I be like, oh my god, VTuber community, I was banned unjustly. No. Do it, you won't.
Easily. How do you stand on Hitler? Do you believe in?
Why are they all racist? What is the Venn diagram here of like flat earthers and being racist?
Research Hitler at all? Hitler was demonized by these Rothschild banker cartels.
Oh,
so what are you out here today to talk about?
He was demonized. I wonder why.
Well, is it true?
What?
That's the question that you need to answer. Thanks, Andrew. Do you feel yourself spinning, wobbling, gyrating? The earth doesn't move.
Are you gyrating, chat? Are you gyrating? Are you gyrating?
We don't have toilet water flying out on people in Australia. It's because water seeks level. It goes from your water closet to your bowl and beyond. Aren't we glad that it works that way?
Yeah, right.
It is. It's cool. I'm going to be driving separate to Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Why?
Well, because there's family tension. They're all excited about living on the globe, and I say, I know that's a lie.
So I wanted to ask you,
YouTube,
who created this gravity lie?
I want you to know, I don't
Demon-possessed
condone.
individuals still, I believe,
don't
are
condone.
amongst us. Bill Nye, seek the truth.
These
Give me a call.
conspiracies are
The question is
racism.
this a photo or a painting?
What's the answer, man?
Well, I'm asking you. Get you thinking, right? So,
No, it doesn't!
What are you really seeing? Is it an image? Because image.
And possessed individuals still,
this.
I believe, amongst us. Give me a call.
The question is this a photo or a painting?
What's the answer, man?
Well, I'm asking you. Get you thinking, right? So, like, what are you really seeing? Is it an image? Because images can be Photoshop, right? That's what really gets you going, and then you kind of go from there, man.
Hey, sis, do it again! Oh my
Once you
god,
go
it's
flat,
that
you can't
dude
go
again!
back.
It's the dude with it's the cosplayer! Oh my god. Oh my god, chat. Why is America like this? We have too much time on our hands, chat. We need another war. We need another war. Let's go back to Iraq. Too much time on our hands.
Hi, I'm Dylan, and this is Not Exactly Normal. The name of the show comes from a quote from Tim Burton's 1990 Batman film, in which Vicky Vale says to Batman, "You're not exactly normal, are you?" To which Batman replies, "It's not exactly a normal world, is it?" And for flat earthers, that statement couldn't be more accurate. This week, I'm in the great state of Colorado, the Sunshine State as a certain paper manager would call it, to attend the second annual Flat Earth International.
With them, and then you figure out.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
get
I
to the
don't think
interviews.
that's
I don't want to hear
The crazy thing
explanations.
is we've seen it my whole life. You've seen it your whole life. And if you've ever been to a lake shore, it's full.
Color something, Hindenburg.
Water's a natural level.
That's my
Yeah, I
title.
don't-
That's my rapper name.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be a flat earth rapper. And my street name's gonna be Hindenburg.
I think that's the crazy part, right?
Fighting Santa, the New World Order, NASA, and more.
And also, that's another thing too, misconception is they'll say, these idiots don't believe the earth is round. Yes, we do. Pizza's round, a penny's round.
What? What? The earth is not a pizza!
Everybody's under this, in this conspiracy with them, and then you figure out it's not everybody's in a conspiracy with them. Everybody's the same spot that you were just before you just found out the information that you were at.
From what I've learned, the Flat Earth movement is all about skepticism. It's about questioning.
That's a very polite way of putting... That's a really nice way of putting racist conspiracy theories.
Oh, I thought I got suspended again.
Everything that you've been taught, which is something that I'm sure Globe Earth believers would support. Not that you should mention Globers around this crowd.
The Neil Armstrong
So what is the
movie?
Flat Earth model?
What?
Well, being such a young movement with members all around the world, there is some disagreement on the specifics. The most popular model supposes that the Earth kind of looks like the UN map, with a giant ice wall formed by Antarctica that keeps everything in.
So that's kind of the idea when it comes to Antarctica. We believe it's more of the outer ring, and it's what keeps the oceans in.
The atmosphere is a dome, either physical or ethereal, and stars and planets are just
Antarctica
points of
in?
light outside the dome. A core belief is
If Antarctica is around the edge, then what keeps
that the
Antarctica
employees of
from
NASA
not
are a
just
bunch
like
of liars.
We're going to go through where NASA
crumbling
came
off
from
into space?
and why I don't think that you should believe in them. They're liars!
They film their scenes underwater in pools and then superimpose them using green screens to get them onto CGI spaceships.
You ever see astronauts floating with wires and wild hairspray sticking out?
They do it for a $51 million a day operating budget.
Yeah, it's actually 56. They just bumped it now. It's 56 million, but yeah.
Oh, 56. Sorry. Despite this large payday, NASA is apparently quite sloppy, as a lot of clues have been dug up. Most notably, bubbles.
When I put hashtag NASA lies into the reservoir that's already there, it's powerful
Astronauts.
content to show
call them
conclusive proof that NASA is a deceptive organization.
So why would anybody believe this? Well, evidence aside, for many flat earthers, it's largely...
Chat. If is flat. Why? This entirely ignored. This is so America-centric. Because if the Earth is flat, why has no country like China or something come out and been like, oh, well, screw you, America. We know the truth. You know? Like, you would think some government agency would be like...
Really religious.
I recently picked this up on Amazon, this interesting levitating, rotating, floating moon. About $20, pretty cool. You know, check it out.
That is cool.
Self-illuminating moon, floating, no problem. And I continued to look on Amazon and elsewhere. I found this on YouTube. This
China is a puppet of the U.S.
Genesis, the creation account, says the sun, moon, and stars are put there for time and for seasons.
Oh
this is
my
big
God.
talk. Now, if we can make toys and novelty clocks with this principle, I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest the absurd notion that it just may be possible that the creator could have come up with something similar.
What? Chat, they say stuff. And maybe it's my dumb brain. Yeah, you can post links. Maybe it's my dumb, like, not very scientific brain. But, chat, does this mean anything? Because it's so non-specific. So, there's clocks and floating globes on Amazon. So this guy is saying, well, maybe the creator could have done the same thing or something similar. Similar to what? Similar to this? If this is something similar, then is the Earth not a globe?
Now, if we can make toys and novelty clocks with this...
Or the clocks? Because this is also a globe. This is a sphere.
Principle, I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest the absurd notion that it just may be possible that the creator could have come up with something similar. Just call me crazy.
Deal. They believe that if the Earth is a globe, then the
That was
Big Bang
also a sphere.
theory is accurate, which means that
God
nothing
bought a
created
lamp
the
and threw
world
us
and
on
there
it.
is no God. Whereas with the flat Earth model, there is no scientific explanation besides there being an all-powerful creator
It's just unrelated ideas strung together on the smallest incidental pattern.
who created the Earth and placed humans at the center of
fearless.
it.
I'm just seriously questioning the reality and what we've been taught, that we're a spinning ball flying through space.
This dude looks like he tried to get into a boy band, but they just wanted him to be the manager.
You know, that nothing created everything. I mean, that's crazy. And that we're called crazy, and that people would rather believe science when they say that
Eat
nothing
strong together.
exploded and created everything. And that's what they teach.
Found two
The truth,
24/7
when you get
space
right down to
stations.
it, it's going to be right in your face. And you're...
Are they both American? Space station stream. There's 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is recorded content. This is not live. The Earth one is recorded. So... Whoa, movement. Whoa, that's so trippy. That's so crazy to me that somebody can be like out there, you know, in the beyond. And still have Wi-Fi. And just imagine being above Earth. Look at all these straps and stuff. I guess so they don't, like, go floating off into space? That's so cool. It's almost like rock climbing gear. That happened a while ago. Yeah, I clicked back. This was 11 hours ago. Or wait, maybe that was 11 days ago. No, that was 11 hours. Yeah, I guess it's the camera. I just clicked back to a part that was, need to hold their tools too. Imagine dropping a screwdriver in space. The famous skydiver dove down from the stratosphere. Oh my god. But, okay, chat, so here's a question. Water is not zero gravity, right? Water is not zero gravity. So, well, and space is zero gravity. So how could you replicate, like, the flat earthers are saying, that the NASA space astronauts, film all their stuff underwater to make it look like zero gravity. But water is not zero gravity. So how would they, like, the physics of, like, the hair movement and everything, like, even if they somehow make themselves, like, semi-buoyant or whatever underwater, the physics of, like, their hair movements and stuff would not, yeah, being in water isn't zero gravity. So, like, if you like you could do, advanced math, right? To calculate, like, how, like, these straps and stuff would react underwater, right? Like, the angles and stuff that they would move at. So, like, doesn't that right there prove that the astronauts aren't underwater? Like, I don't know why I paused the video. There's no audio. Like, water has buoyancy, though. It's not a gravity thing.
Can I talk?
Yeah?
Okay. So, you don't even need complex math. Like you said, water has buoyancy and surface tension. Whereas out in outer space, you don't have any of that. You don't have any resistance whatsoever. You see how that strap is moving, like, almost as if it's one hard thing?
Yeah.
That's how it moves in space, because there's no resistance. But in water, it would be wiggling as it moved, because there's surface tension, buoyancy, and the weight of the water as the depth changes.
Because, like, water is like a physical thing. Like, there's molecules there. Space is just nothingness, right? Like,
I actually kind of like it when you bring up science, because I like talking about science, and I will sit here and talk and gush about science forever.
Like, when floating in water, you're floating in matter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, flat earthers are saying that if you're in these astronauts are filming in water. But if you're filming in water, like, everything would be moving differently versus if it was moving in zero gravity. Take your science and hush, it's crazy time now! But yeah, there would be bubbles. And that's another thing, like, water isn't perfectly clear.
No, they'd be constantly generating bubbles as they moved. like tiny little bubbles, and those cameras are pretty high def.
Yeah.
You would be able to see those bubbles.
Maybe the flat earthers are wrong! Space is full of gas and other elements. I mean, there's a gigantic cloud of alcohol, which... There's a cloud of alcohol?
Yeah. Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, gas... I mean, space doesn't have nothing. It's just... Everything is very far apart.
Ah. But it's still zero gravity.
Yes, it's still zero gravity.
And water is not zero gravity.
And there are, like, random hydrogen molecules scattered throughout space and various other minerals and everything. That's also why they have to insulate the suits the way that they do, because literally 1 grain of a tiny element could come whizzing by at like 1,000 miles an hour and pierce the suit.
Jesus!
Like microscopic. They can't even see it. And it'll pierce the suit, and then they'll lose all their air almost immediately. Because when compression is there and things are pressurized in space, it blows everything up and expands it and causes it to explode. That's why they tell you not to hold your breath if you were ever shot out into space. Because your lungs would literally explode.
Oh my god. Oh, Barbara, thank you for stopping by. Gravity is a force that acts on all things, even in space. Think of space, or I suppose our plane of reality, as a flat tarp, and masses are placed on the tarp. See, I would love to talk to a flat earther.
Yeah, see, okay. Mythical Cosmics wants me to get into, like, super specifics, and I'm not going to do that with Asila here, because she's small brain. Like, I'm not going to get into all the tiny little semantics. In general, no, you're in space, you don't have gravity, you're not on a planet. If you're talking about theories of relativity and everything has their own gravitational pull. It's just dependent on size and mass. But we're not going to get into that, because you don't really... It doesn't matter until you have things the size of planets.
Okay, another question. If this is all just an act, then why is it that they can, like, explain what every piece does and every piece serves a purpose? Like, these space stations and stuff are intentionally designed, right? Why would they go through the hassle of doing all that? Why wouldn't they invent something easier and just say, like, oh, we go out into space in giant orbs because that's how space works. And then invent, like, math and stuff around it, you know? Like, I don't understand. Like, obviously it's not an act. They had writers that love world building. But that's something, like, I don't understand about flat earthers. Is, for flat earthers, why do they think they would invent something this complicated?
You're going to have to believe that God made you, and His Word is true, and He means what He says, or not.
He's the living water, he says. He lives now in and through me. I was a walking dead man. I was spiritually dead. I used to drink vodka for breakfast, smoke cigarettes in the shower.
Or Crown Royal.
They view NASA as the creation of the devil, and it was through the devil that NASA was founded by Nazis, Freemasons, and Scientologists in order to...
By any chance, buddy? Did you do some drugs? Did you do a few? Been hitting that cocaine.
They view NASA as the creation of the devil, and it was through the devil that NASA was founded by Nazis, Freemasons, and Scientologists in order to convince the world that God doesn't exist. They don't believe that the Earth fits in with the heliocentric model of our solar system, and instead believe that we are the center of everything. In their model, the sun and the moon are much smaller and orbit in concentric patterns, somewhat like the yin-yang symbol. Many believe that space isn't real, and that satellites are just suspended from balloons. They also believe that the ISS is fake because 60 people died building the World Trade Center, and apparently nobody died building the ISS.
What? What? Hold on. ISS fake. Are you the Scream Moth? Yes. I think they took that from Earth and took that to space. Right? Okay, they took those things to space. Okay. God, that's cool! They brought along hitchhikers. Ah. I wonder if they're curious.
Oh, and because
like,
there are a lot of
how
documentaries about Hitler, but apparently
spiders and
none
stuff.
about the
How
other.
would a snake move in zero gravity? A snake would just die, right? Because a snake relies on gravity to
The first
propel
question I
themselves.
always ask conspiracy theorists
Yeah,
about their respective
rely on
conspiracy
friction,
theories
which
is
can only
who's
happen
gaining
with
from
gravity.
this.
Yeah.
The answer in this case is NASA.
And it's not just NASA. It's the that whole perspective that is showing fakery.
Yeah.
Some of them don't know that they're lying
Look
because
up
they're
cats in zero
deceived,
gravity.
and they don't know that they're also deceivers.
They cite
I think
NASA's
I would die for
$56
something
million
else, lack of
a day
air.
operating budget as their motive. But I really don't think that's enough money to even cover the cost of production. Not only would they have to fake literally every space event in the last 50 years, keep in mind that NASA supposedly runs every other country's space programs, but the conspiracy would have to be baked into so many other industries. Flying, for example. I've flown from here in Toronto to Japan across the Pacific. In the flat Earth model, I could still go over the Pacific, but I would have to make a huge arc, when the faster method would be to fly right past the Arctic Circle. Their explanation?
Planes are not like driving a car, right?
Yeah.
So are they navigating from sight? Or are they navigating from equipment?
And they just run based on like GPS, which is owned by the U.S. military, by the way.
They're not actually knowing if they're going.
Anybody can fly a plane. Chat. You can buy a plane.
I'm gonna go get my pilot's license. You can do that.
Anybody can buy a plane. What? You can buy a plane, chat. You can do this yourself.
Going east or west, the only thing that's telling them that is the equipment.
Most planes, they're not even operated. I mean, they're sitting there having nap.
This isn't even America-centric at this point. Chat, places like Alaska use like privately owned planes pretty frequently. Unless you live in like Anchorage, but like did they just forget places like Alaska exist?
Apps or, you know, playing games because it's autopilot, right? It's running on a computerized system.
In order to
Your pilot is not playing video games!
back up these claims, they cherry-pick the information that best suits their narrative, and they ignore, ridicule, or claim falsity of any information that doesn't support their model.
So the planes after like 2008, 2009, 2010, they do mostly run on autopilot. So they're kind of just maintaining it.
Yeah, but they're not playing video games.
No, they're not playing video games.
You don't become a pilot and are just like, okay, I'm gonna play some Azure Lane. Oh, bro, look at this waifu I just unlocked. No.
With that said,
Jesus
movement
Christ!
is all about testing things for yourself.
Only when landing.
So I actually took this spirit level onto an airplane.
Yeah.
And I propped
The
it
pilots
on
are
the,
just playing. They just have Afterburner installed. They have an Afterburner arcade cabinet. And they just, once the plane takes off, they just get up and they're hitting the private arcade.
tray table to where the bubble was centered. The bubble was centered pretty much the whole time. So the plane was flying level, as if it's flying over a flat plane.
It's about relying on your information, not information gathered by others. Yet,
there's not one person in here that is so intellectually strong that you broke the programming on your own.
oh, okay.
It's a cult! It's a cult!
we're looking here is
AI
empirical evidence
conspiracies.
to
I
help
have not.
unpack some of the deception so that people can look at, wow, water
They
doesn't
think airplane windows are really screens to hide the ice wall. Oh my
stick
god.
to a stationary ball, and it certainly won't stick to a spinning ball.
Many of these DIY tests involve using water as a natural level.
I mean, who can't look and see that water's level?
Water exposes the global lie conclusively.
Placing things in water to see if they move.
When we look at the water on top of the car here, it's not moving. So watch what happens. Just bumping the car. And it'll stop later on. I just laid some heavy truth on you. What are you going to do with it?
Tracking the movements of
He's not wrong! I don't know how this applies to the ocean!
wind chimes, and using the zoom of the Nikon P900 and P1000 to capture far-off images. Seriously, they love the Nikon P900 and P1000.
He is wrong. You bump the car and the water moves. Like, that's true. But what does this have to do with... What does this have to do with, like, the ocean?
They would not stop talking about it. It really should be marketed as the flat Earth camera.
Just get yourself like a Nikon P900 or even the Nikon P1000.
Yeah, this is the P1000, this is the P900.
Right. Say like the P900 or the P1000.
I love it. How many P900 owners are in here?
I don't know what they mean by level, though. Water is level. How is it level, though? Like, if it's in a container, and there's, like, nothing in there, I guess, then it's flat? Like, the surface is flat? It's not curved. But water does curve. If you, like, if you drop... We did an experiment in science class where, like, you drop water onto a penny. And the water will, like, curve around the penny.
Yeah, surface tension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like...
You can also curve water with an electrostatic force. So, like, if you rub the bristles of a comb and hold it up to a sink faucet, it'll curve the water around it.
So what do they mean by water is level? Magnets, how do they work? Air can do it. Yeah, like... What? Earth is not a penny. Earth is not a cup of water on a car either! I don't know what that one means.
Wait till the P2200 comes out.
Let's take a look at one of their most common arguments. You can see really far.
You're getting...
We see too far, chat. We have stared into the abyss, and the abyss has looked back.
into an idea of being able to see things that you shouldn't be able to see.
So, dude, I got kicked out of class as a kid because I said...
Earth is not a penny, but I'm saying it... Earth, like, it's not a flat. It's not... Water is not flat naturally. Like, water's not anything
But what
naturally.
they're actually seeing is an effect called Fata Morgana. It's essentially a mirage that bends light across the horizon and makes it appear like you're actually seeing far-off landmarks. But if you don't understand the physics...
Water is a zigzag, naturally.
Oh. Because, like, the way the molecules bind?
Yeah.
Ah.
So, O-H-O.
or don't trust the credentials of those teaching you physics.
I said 2 O's. It's 2 H's. My bad. I don't know why I did
I
that
could
backwards.
understand not believing it.
Would you say that again?
But for me, there is only one
Do not
piece of evidence
consume
that I need.
O2H. Do not consume O2H.
Nessie.
The edge.
The edge is one of those topics people bring up. It's a red herring.
There is no falling off the edge because it's contained, right?
But if the Earth is flat, there must be an actual edge. So why can't I go there?
Why doesn't this just fall off? If the Earth is like this, why doesn't this just slowly break off? Why are we not, like... Because I've heard another theory, right? Of, like, the Earth is, like, propelling upwards in space. So how are we not dealing with, like... coastal erosion, but like space erosion. Like how is like the force of pushing upward not eroding the walls?
And while a lot of flat earthers would say that the whole flat earth theory is when it comes to Antarctica, that's a big mystery.
If the Earth is a flat disk, why can't we dig through the Earth and pop out the other side? That's a good question.
Part of this whole equation, like what truly is Antarctica?
What's to the edge?
That would require gravitation and centrifugal force to throw the walls off.
Well, they don't let us necessarily go there.
Now you got the Antarctica Treaty, where you got 40 countries that basically signed a deal that say that only military and science can go there.
The problem with it is they have a treaty that bans anybody that is.
Chat, there's an anime about anime girls that go to Antarctica. Antarctica tour. You can go camping in Antarctica! Chad, no, this is run by the government, okay? You think you're going on this tour trip, but actually they plug you up into a machine. Oh, they have a lot. Whoa. I would never go on a cruise. But Chad, there's an anime. Anime going to Antarctica. A place further than the universe. I haven't seen it, but I know it exists. There's anime girls when they go to Antarctica. Oh. She's in Antarctica. And she's cosplaying. She really Googles like a book. What does that mean? So what does that mean you can't go to Antarctica? You have to have your wisdom teeth removed? What? Why do you have to have your wisdom teeth removed? Have you ever seen that guy who made a real-life Love Live arena board? I don't know what that means. Wisdom teeth and appendix. Why?
As a normal person like you and myself, to go to Antarctica.
So the government can't track you anymore? The government's tracking you through your appendix and your wisdom teeth, chat. Stay woke inside your wisdom tooth. Inside your wisdom tooth. The genetic tracker. The genetic tracker is stuck inside.
There's an Antarctic treaty.
And yes, you can take a guided tour there, but you need permission first. You know, I don't know if you've ever tried to go to Antarctica.
So
they can cause pain if they grow improperly and push your teeth out. What?
Even if you wanted to try to check
Oh, there's no facilities to deal with medical emergencies. Oh.
it out, you're either with a group that's monitored and they take
Appendicitis is just your government tracking chip shorting out.
certain sections.
Can you afford to go there?
You can't just take a plane. You're going to have to get permission from the government. And once you get there, they'll allow you to take a picture of some penguins and they'll take you to a ceremonial pole.
But say I do get there. Can I?
Wait, so he just admitted you can go there.
Get permission from the government. And once you get there, they'll allow you to take a picture of some penguins and they'll take you to a ceremonial pole.
But say I do.
So you can!
Can I fall off?
Well, it's the highest altitude.
Well, I mean, it's a 200-foot, and most places. I mean, it could be taller. I've never been there.
So the idea that you wouldn't be able to fall off because it's very high.
And once I'm on top of the...
If it's that tall, why can't you see it from... If it's that tall, why can't you see it from where you dock at?
The big Game of Thrones wall. Couldn't I just jump off into space?
Wow,
Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, and Eddie Bravo joked about going there to film the wall with an iPhone.
if you could get there.
Well, we have planes.
Planes.
Planes fly at 40,000
There is no curve. You should be able to see the wall from any coast.
feet.
Who gets to fly those planes?
That's the thing with arguing with a flat.
The world map has render distance. If it's that tall, why don't you freaking fly over with the plane? You can buy a plane, chat. So why don't these people fly over and live stream it?
Always an explanation for their side, until there isn't. And when there isn't, it's not their fault.
One of the best things you can say sometimes is, I don't know.
And again, you brought up the azimuthal equidistant map. Again, I'm not even saying that's 100%. I don't know. That's the one thing, if you're trying to ask questions with flat earth people, like, okay, well, how does your model work? I would say, for me personally, I would never hold to any one model. I'm just seriously questioning the reality and what we've been taught.
So you don't believe anything. What?
If the world governments are keeping us from seeing the edge, I wanted to know if any of these flat earthers would be interested in going to space to see for themselves if the world is a globe.
Well, no, I wouldn't trust anybody to say, we'll put you in a rocket, especially after everything that I've said. I mean, Mad Mike Hughes is the guy you should talk to.
This is Mad Mike, a...
Didn't this guy die? Mad Mike Hughes. Yeah.
A well-known daredevil was killed.
Guess he can't talk to him anymore.
Well, CBS News has confirmed daredevil Mad Mike Hughes died after his homemade rocket crashed shortly after takeoff. It happened at a private event in the desert near Barstow. Sources say the 64-year-old was using the rocket in an attempt to get as close
who's next?
space as possible. His empty parachute is seen falling to the earth. Hughes was ejected from the rocket after, and he fell to his death.
That's the parachute! That's the parachute! Oh my god! It's like a dude jumping out of a... It's like a dude jumping out of an airplane to go skydiving! And he leaves the parachute behind! What do you think he was thinking in this moment? Yep, the Earth's definitely flat. I can see it from the window. Splat. The government sabotaged the parachute. You saw the Earth swallow. Oh Oh heck, there it is! It's the ice wall! I knew it! I can't wait to get out of this rocket and go tell everyone what I saw! Oh my god! He survived. The CIA killed him. They heard him. They had a chip implanted in his wisdom tooth. They had a chip in the wisdom tooth that picked up what he said. He said, "Oh my God, there's the ice wall. I'm gonna go tell the Flat Earth Society what I saw." And the CIA was like, "No, you're not." So they pulled up and they sniped them. They sniped them. You might forget physics, but physics never forgets you.
62-year-old daredevil and world's coolest former limousine driver.
This is my second rocket that I've launched.
Yeah.
I've actually built 5, and this was just to prove that I could launch myself vertically in my own rocket that I built in my garage.
Oh yeah, you proved something, buddy!
He does it to raise awareness about the Flat Earth movement, but his ultimate goal is to go to space.
How far'd you get?
1,875 feet.
That's amazing.
You proved physics exists! You proved what?
Actually, you probably should have gone 2,500 feet up, which is close to half a mile.
Unfortunately for Mike, even if
Oh look, the parachute worked that time!
he makes it up all the way into space,
If you're gonna do something like this again next week, I highly recommend looking into some of those secret files that were publicized
apparently
from the
he
CIA.
won't be able to trust his own eyes.
Well, here's my problem, Mike, with that. I said, are you going to be wearing one of these NASA helmets? Are you going to be wearing a pressurized helmet? He said, yeah.
This guy doesn't want a Mad Mike if he goes to space to wear a NASA helmet. Why?
I have to, obviously, right? Well, obviously the glass is curved. So I told him,
oh my God. The glass is curved! Gotta wear a square helmet! The NASA helmets are curved!
this is all part of their design. You're going to get up there and you're going to see this kind of view because it's...
Yeah, it's a big problem, Jack. It's a big problem. When I used to ride dirt bikes, I would put on the helmet, and the visor is curved, Jack. The visor, when you wear a helmet, is curved. So it made things really difficult. I crashed into trees a lot. My perception was altered. Eyeballs are curved too. That's why you crash. That's why you crash on dirt bikes and motorcycles. It's because your visor is curved. It alters your perception.
It does the same thing to everybody's view who wears a motorcycle helmet or anything that's got that kind of curved glass.
My
So he said he's
my
gonna look
phone
in
screen's
and
curved
trying to
too.
make sure that before he goes up, he looks through and makes sure that there is no distortion. I hope so too. Otherwise, he could come back and say, "Oh, when I was up there, the Earth appears to be curved." Well, again, is it the glass or is it the Earth?
So they went from only being able to trust their own eyes to not being able to trust their own eyes. Great. This belief has made its way into the NBA, B.O.B. raps about it, but probably the biggest musical celebrity within the Flat Earth community closed out the conference.
This is the guy who he's not actually. He's British or something. He pretends to be like a cowboy, but he's not.
Well, I know it's really hard to build and say when somebody said the satellites could be fake. Don't you find it a little suspicious that you can't find any real satellite pictures? I know it's hard to be believe, but maybe we'll not be deceived. Real folks, satellite folks, just a little one of them and that's the Jones. You can't find me a picture of a satellite. Bringing up
I need to find the glue thing.
That's
His
Flat
name is
Earth
Dylan.
Man, or conspiracy music guru, and I got to talk to him. Though I was a bit surprised when I heard him speak.
My real name is Alex, but obviously some people know me as the Flat Earth Man, the Flat Earth Man. I created the character because I wanted to behind the character. Yeah. Because if I put myself out there, you know, my family's going to go, oh, you've lost the plot, you're crazy, blah, blah, blah. So I thought if I just put a hat on and some shades and, you know, just maybe start talking a little bit like that and blah, blah, blah. Then I hate it here. Character. Yeah. I'm a lot more comfortable with Flat Earth now, so I don't mind speaking about it to anybody, you know.
Yeah. All y'all watching is a puppet show, yeah, the whole world's a stage.
Is this cultural appropriation?
Astronauts, they're just actors, of course, and yeah, y'all get paid. Look at me, I'm floating.
Hey, buddy, you can't use that accent.
I was into conspiracies anyway. You know, so I had an open mind, so I was more receptive to it. And then after that, I got the bug, and I was just like, oh man, gravity's a hoax, what bubbles in space, what harnesses, and all of that. I went through that whole thing. And as a musician, it was like, I've got to make songs about this.
A British singing about an American, or singing with an American accent talking about curved eyeballs? Oh boy, I wish Britain wasn't real! The shape of the earth doesn't even matter to me anymore. I just want to get rid of my work.
Indeed, my friend, their life scope is there for you to see.
Hi, honey. Yes, I'm going to stay a bit late today. I want to work today.
While I'm fairly certain that about 80% of flat earthers on the internet are trolls, everybody at this conference seemed like true believers. Well, except probably Logan Paul, who is here for some reason. I can't say that I left the conference a believer, but I made some friends, met some interesting characters, and hey, they sure know how to party.
Keep it flat, y'all.
So if they want to carry on thinking that the earth is flat, what's the harm?
Don't put that
Don't put it in, Michael. Don't.
Michael.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
He's sneaky.
This is definitely sneaky.
While you're watching this, Michael, I will fuck you.
Yeah.
Mongus!
One thing that I'm sure that everyone at this conference.
Oh my god. Hold on. Dylan, Flat Earth. Does he have a channel or something? An Instagram, anything. I need to know. I need to know the identity. This man, I need to know. I need his social media. He could be a VTuber. We could collab. Globe. That's what he's cosplaying, right? Dylan, if you're out there. Dylan, if you're out there, I want to collab with you. Dylan, Flat Earth. Was that him? Dylan Wickham? Come on. Nothing in there about being a flat earther. Bird in the background. Yes, it's a bird. It's a bird. Flat earther is a body language? Hold on. Flat earth compilation. Birds aren't real, Chad. I'm actually a CIA operative. My bird is a surveillance drone. Flat earther reacts to internet trolls.
It's essentially a cult. It's a cult of people who are hiding the secrets of the world from the rest of the people so that the people
my God, I thought he was self-aware.
continuing their everyday...
I thought he was self-aware for a moment. He's like...
It's essentially a cult.
I thought he was self-aware.
It's a cult of people who are hiding the secrets of the world from the rest of the people so that the people...
You know that was intentional. Lewd Bible knows what they're doing here.
People can live continuing their everyday slog through their 9-to-5 lives and not consider the possibility of more.
Turn back now! I am sorry, Randall. I'm in too deep. Randall, I'm in too deep. I can't turn back.
Hi, I'm Connor. I'm a flat earther. I was debating a scientist earlier this year on Lab Bible.
Stationary and flat versus globular and moving, right?
Globular doesn't sound like a word.
I'm looking around.
Maybe it is a word, but it doesn't sound like one.
I feel like I'm standing still.
And I'm back just to reply to some of the comments. All right, let's do it, I guess. If the Earth is flat, why hasn't anyone fallen off yet? It's the idea that you're on a disc in the middle of space in a vacuum, and if you just walk off this disc, you're gonna just start floating into nowhere. From a flat Earth perspective, we live within an enclosed system. Whether or not that
We're in an ant farm. This is a terrarium. We're just God's pets. We're just God's pets.
that means there's a physical container or
How to fail any job interview. Hi, I'm a flat earther.
is it a force?
It's a biodome.
Is it a force of nature? Is it electromagnetism? Is it,
Somebody call Pauly Shore.
There are different explanations as to how we could be contained. If you're going west, right, you're gonna end up going in a complete circle if you just stayed west the entire time, just like if you were on a
That's not how directions work. What?
globe because of the positioning of the North Pole. What is B?
If you just go west, you're just gonna keep going west like in a circle. If you're on a disc, how are you going? What?
Beyond the border.
What?
Border of the flat Earth. Oh, I wish I knew. That.
Chet, am I an idiot? Am I not understanding the argument here? Hold on. If this is the world, and you have north, south, west, and east. Okay. If you start here, and you go any of these directions, you're just gonna... So anyways, that's how Smash started. Direction depends on magnetic field, not flat surface. What he's saying is, due to gravity on a disk Earth, if you tried to go west, you'd get pushed south and you'd go in a circle. What? Then you're not going west! If you're going south, if what he's saying is you're getting pushed south, then how are you going west? You're going south! You're going southwest!
that would be something, it would be great to find out. I would love to one day explore and find out whether or not, you know, anything to do with Antarctica is the way we thought it was, whether or not it's the edge of the Earth. It's, in my eyes, is one of two things, right?
The correct term is Swest. Oh, my bad. Swest.
It's either we find the container, we find the edge, so to speak.
He believes the North Pole is at the center of the disk. Okay, another question. Chat. So if you actually unfold the Earth, it's like this, right? The Earth, like the proportions and stuff, are like stretched when we condense them onto a globe. And that's why when you lay this out flat, when you lay out the Earth flat, it's like this. Like an orange. When you're unpeeling an orange. So when you have like a perfectly globe Earth, the proportions look different from this. Like a flat, like, I misspoke. This is stretched. Like Alaska appears bigger. Alaska appears smaller. Alaska appears smaller on a flat Earth map. So, if the Earth is flat, and the North Pole is here, what is all of this other stuff that's not normally part of the model? I'm looking at this from somebody who doesn't know, like, anything about science, chat. How do they explain this? How do they explain the parts that don't exist in a globe model? Wake up, sheeple! So you look at it from your own perspective. Ice wall, I guess. But there's parts up here, too. And just in general, like, everything's gonna be stretched out.
Whatever's keeping us locked here, or
My eyes after
we
drugs!
don't find any edge at all and we just keep going. We've been fighting for the entirety of human
There's a place on Earth that a compass will change directions even if you go the same directions because of magnetic fields. Really?
existence for land and resources. So imagine you're the first, or you discover that
Just look at the UN logo. UN logo. But this is viewed top down. This is if you're looking at the sphere. Top down. Not, let's take the Earth and let's make it flat. It's the whole Earth stretched. Oh! Then it's stretched. And all the continents fit inside.
Beyond a point, there's more of this,
A
and
logo
you have the
doesn't
money to
prove
keep that a secret. You have the influence to keep
things
that a
would
secret
fit,
from
though.
other people.
It's just a logo.
It's a no-brainer to do that. It's essentially a cult. It's a cult of people who are hiding the secrets of the world from the rest of the people so that the people can live continuing their everyday slog through their 9-to-5 lives and not consider the possibility of more. Okay, what about flat Mars? Are all planets flat stars, or is only the Earth flat? The misconception here is that we still exist in this solar system with all these other spheres, so you're still putting geocentrism.
Also, yeah, the United Nations is a joke. The fact that they won't let Taiwan into the United Nations because China
Into your model. I don't believe anyone's ever been to space. I don't even think space in the way that we see it exists. I don't think you can just go into a vacuum somewhere. I don't think that whole thing has been completely fabricated. You can't go to land on Mars. You can't land on the moon. These are not spherical rocks just sitting in a vacuum. They are the lights in the sky as stars are. Maybe the product of sonoluminescence, maybe something else.
Chat, don't get me wrong. I love China, okay? I love China. I just don't like their government. I don't love the CCP.
But certainly not terra firma that you can go land on. So is Mars flat? Well, it's not a physical object as far as we can determine. If the Earth is flat, how can planes fly from, say, America to Asia in either direction? They're basically talking about circumnavigation. Circumnavigation is entirely possible both on the globe model and the flat model. The best way to look at this, I guess, is to look at it from the AE perspective. If you consider the Earth like the North Pole at the top of the globe is now in the center, and the continents are sprawled out, so you've basically taken the globe, you've flattened it, and taken the south, so Antarctica, and put it around the sides of the plane. If the North Pole is here, and I'm here on a globe, right, then I can fly this way and get to Asia, or I can fly this way and get to Asia. Left or right, west or east, I'm getting to Asia. Put it on a flat model, it's the same thing. If I go west,
but it would what?
This way, and my North Pole is here. If I'm going west this way, I get to Asia. If I go east this way, I'm gonna get to Asia. It's the same thing, it's just how you look at it.
But it's stretched out! And yeah, why not fly straight there?
So
Wouldn't it take
I
longer?
saw this comment actually. He actually said it's flat the whole way around. Let that sink in for a minute. Plenty of pilots who fly passenger jets will tell you that it's flat the whole way around. They're not interested in actually hearing what I'm saying. They're only interested in attempting to discredit me. There was actually a reply to that comment that it wasn't by me, but I saw it and it was...
Nothing you say makes sense!
You know, it showed what I was trying to say very clearly. It's flat the whole way around your view. I wasn't saying it's flat the whole way around the ball. That's, you know, it's very easy to discredit someone by just taking a quote and then trying to, you know, make it seem like what's being said bears no relevance or is contradictory.
It says something that he can't fabricate this explanation without using a globe to explain his logic.
The flat earthers already disproved themselves with the laser.
I mean, to be fair, he's trying to relate the idea in a way that globe heads can understand.
Tests in that documentary like a year ago. So why is anyone still debating this? Okay, I'm assuming you mean Behind the Curve, the Netflix documentary. The whole thing was a hit.
That's what some of them call
Oh my god.
Globe believers. They call us globe heads.
Piece in order to make Flat Earth look ridiculous, and the people involved. I know that there was a laser test that was inconclusive.
The
Just
Wikipedia
because something is
globe.
inconclusive.
They're part of the globe conspiracy.
If a test is inconclusive, it's not proof either way. It's inconclusive. So, what kind of evidence?
Just what kills me about flat earthers is they're all about like doing your own science, right? How is it that somebody as stupid as I am when it comes to science can more easily explain a globe Earth and find holes in their argument than they can just hinting that their argument exists? That's a slur. Globehead's a slur. Because, like, chat, you can measure the circumference of the Earth with sticks, chat. level can be disproven with a penny and a dropper. The globe Earth can be proven, like in terms of like landmass size. You can, like, how big somewhere is, right? Like you could measure how big a country is or whatever, and compare it, like, using math to, like, the orange model, you know?
This would convince a flat earther. They keep asking for it, but deny it every time if it proves them wrong. I don't think that's true. I've seen no evidence to say, okay,
the pennies are programmed by NASA.
yeah, the curvature exists. I would love to be shut up. I would love for...
A factor why it's so difficult to convince conspiracy theorists isn't because of the understanding of science. It's because they have to accept that they have believed a lie for years of their life. It would emotionally destroy them. Oh my god. Chat, my sister...
Or, you know...
My sister's an anti-vaxxer. And doesn't believe Corona's real. So... In terms of the psychology of conspiracy theorists... Oh boy! It's, chat, at least with regards to my sister, it's not just, none of my family members are into Shungite. I don't think they know what that is. But I'm pretty sure with my sister, she is such, listen, I'm gonna armchair psychologist here. I'm gonna be an armchair psychologist. My sister has been such a willingly ignorant person her whole life. She never listens to anybody. She never takes anybody's advice. And she's extremely sexist. Like, she thinks women are just like tools for men, basically. So I'm pretty sure the whole conspiracy theory thing, for her, is just her own way of, like, empowering herself. Like, her own way of... Because her husband, he's not her husband, but her boyfriend is really fucking, sorry for language, is really stupid. He's a really dumb guy. And he believes, like, anything that comes out of her mouth. So I think conspiracy theories are her way of, like, taking some power back and, like, being able to say, like, she knows more than other people or something, you know? Because it doesn't... With conspiracy theories, you can go and you can take, like, whatever evidence you want, right? And assert that as fact. But with actual science, you have to take into account, like, multiple theories, and there's a lot of research, and then there's, like, testing things yourself. There's a lot more that goes into, like, actually caring about science. But with conspiracy theories, you can just choose whatever you want. So she can be the all-knowing, like, authority, and nobody can say anything. I mean, they can, but she'll just think, or she'll just discredit them as being brainwashed or whatever.
Agency to allow an independent investigation of those lands, and then say the whole thing.
A dumb conspiracy theorist for sister didn't affect Asylum at all, don't worry. No. Chad, even if she was actually woke, I probably wouldn't believe anything that she says anyways, because she is just such a...
You know, it turned out, oh, you know, it was complete a lie, flat earth.
Conspiracy theories are for people that don't have anything else that makes them special.
Earth is a lie. They're all just crazy people. I'd love to see that proof, because it could go either way, but, you know, I don't think it's going to happen, because I think they're hiding something there. I think it's clear as day that they're hiding something there. Okay, let's say scientists...
But why? Why?
Accept that the Earth is flat, And what will flat earthers do next? Like, what are their plans? What do they want? I just can't
This is a good question!
understand this. This guy's comment makes it sound like we're keeping him hostage or something. At a ransom for information. Look, scientists accepting that the earth is flat, mainstream science, it'll never happen. Say that it did, right? Well then, it's not about what flat earthers do next. It's about what the world does next. If I say
you would move on to something else.
Saying that actually, yeah, the earth is flat, then what is NASA? What is JAXA? What is the Antarctic Treaty? What have we been doing in schools? What has been going on? Why has this been fed to us? Why is this lie and this narrative being fed to us? So that wouldn't just be flat earthers asking that. That would be the world asking that. And then the implications of that are widespread. Am I too stupid?
So yeah, you would move on to something else. Flat Earth. So say Flat Earth gets proven or whatever. I have not seen Neil deGrasse Tyson's response. We'll do that one next. It would just be about why NASA. Okay, I'm sorry. A lot of this is just racism. Like, I feel like maybe I'm being a little too, maybe I'm not giving them enough benefit of the doubt. But if flat Earth was ever proven, which it can't be, but if it was proven, I'm pretty sure it would just turn into a reason to be anti-Semitic. Like, flat Earth is already a reason for these people to be anti-Semitic in their brains. So I feel like they would just, like there would be some stuff going down.
Stupid to understand the flat earther or too smart to understand the flat earther. Yeah.
I'm just saying, they're praising Hitler. They praise Hitler. You haven't heard of that? Oh my God.
Probably neither.
We just watched a video where they were praising Hitler.
You just have to be willing to let go.
Really?
Or to kind of put to one side.
Literally praising Hitler. Not like, oh my God, you're literally Hitler.
Your preconceived notions of what you think flat Earth to be. Whether you agree with it or not after you understand it, that's up to you. But at least you'll be able to understand why people think the way that they do.
Okay, this dude's just saying stupid stuff. Is this a video? They think they praise Hitler because he's so universally hated, so it makes them special. Oh my God.
I don't like debating people, because in a debate, what is the construct? It's typically two people.
Why are you so quiet?
And there's an audience, and you debate some opposite sides of some issue, and then there's a winner of the debate. And then everyone walks away reflecting on the winner. So who wins a debate? It's often the person who's charismatic, who's maybe charming, that's related to charisma, of course, who has a good way with words.
I agree with this fully. This is why I was never into like for a while I wanted to join like debate club and stuff in school, and which I've never been to a school with a debate club, but I also used to get really into politics. And some of my favorite people were like Milo Yiannopoulos and Ben Shapiro. And then I realized the only reason I like these people is because they're charismatic. I don't agree with anything that they're saying. And a lot of the stuff that they say makes no sense. But unironically, I was so into Sargon of Akkad, Ben Shapiro, Milo Yiannopoulos, Who else? Armored Skeptic. Thunderfoot.
Good vocabulary.
You're an escapee.
You can have someone who doesn't have any of that, who is speaking objective truths, who could lose a debate. So then what is the point of the debate if
That's a good question!
one of these points of view is objectively...
Did you watch The Amazing Atheist too? No. Amazing Atheist was a meme because he shoved a banana up his butt.
So I will not enter a debate where I have the objectively true side of an argument and the other person does not. That is something that should not be debated.
Don't ask questions, Mr. Grimm!
Does not belong in front of an audience getting debated. You want to debate something? Debate political policy of what to do in the face of climate change. Do you have carbon tax? Do you soul?
Oh, I went through like a big atheism phase too. Like I used to watch these channels that had like very charismatic people, like the Bible Reloaded. But like I'm still an atheist, but the Bible Reloaded is so dumb. So many of these atheist channels are so dumb. And they make such non-arguments that just turn into like, oh, well, haha, you're stupid. And how many phases do you have? So many. So many. But, yeah, oh my god.
Solar panels, do you subsidize them?
I understand it makes for good YouTube content, but... Have you seen Bill Nye take apart the idea of Noah's Ark? It's pretty interesting. I have
Debate that. Don't debate something that is or is not objectively true in this world. The B.O.B., the rapper, I have a video letter to him, the transcript of which is in Letters from an Astrophysicist. That rose to that level of attention because he started saying, I am using laws of math and physics to show Earth is flat. Those are fighting words. You're going to say using math and physics? That is an alarm to the geekiverse that we must rise up and...
Don't get me wrong, by the way. I don't like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, this dude is so pretentious. He is so pretentious and annoying. But he's not wrong. He's not wrong. His personality is awful, but he's not wrong.
Counteract these forces from the dark side that are out there. So the bat signal went up. I responded. What is the bat signal? Oh, sorry. In my Twitter stream, there
True, Mr. Grimm, very true.
were people saying, Neil, you got to do something about B.O.B. Save him from himself. He's saying Earth is flat. Then I first said, who's B.O.B.? So I quickly looked him up. Oh, it's a rap star. Okay. These are people who follow me and B.O.B. in the Twitterverse.
I don't know much about Richard Dawkins.
So what does that Venn diagram look like? How much overlap is there in the two Venn diagrams? In this slice, however narrow, they were pleading to me to do something. And so I responded with a video letter, just kind of putting him in his place. I think it's important to combat people who are claiming that they are using math, science, evidence, and physics behind their cause, when in fact they either aren't or they're using it badly. That needs to be called out. Otherwise, if you just have a belief system, I don't really care. We live in a country that protects free speech, which usually also means free thought. You want to think Earth is flat? Go right ahead.
Sometimes I look into
If
the
you start
Twitterverse.
influencing other people who have power over other people, and you have no foundation in objective reality, it can be dangerous. If you influence people, or you yourself become someone who has influence over legislation, laws, rules by which we all...
I know I don't really have, like, a lot of influence. I think I have some influence. But not because I'm an authority, but because, like, a lot of people have their eye on me. I get, like, not a lot of people, but, like, I do have, like, 4,000 Twitter followers, which is, like, more than the average person. So like, I'm not popular, but I do have more people than average looking at me. So like, that's like, it's like, I don't want you guys believing everything that comes out of my mouth, okay? Like, I'm just a person. I'm just a person. I'm not flexing. I'm just a person. And I'm very dumb sometimes. You have followers, but we don't believe it. You say, Jen, I want you guys to think of me like Alex Jones. Very entertaining. Probably has no idea what they're saying.
Abide in society. That's an unhealthy situation for civilization to be in.
I'm Neil blocked on Twitter. He keeps taking the fun out of sci-fi.
If your personal belief system, which does not have correspondence,
that qualifies as reach, not necessarily influence. Ah, okay. So I have reach, and this is why I like being a streamer though, because I like having a conversation, and like people like you, Mythical, like you know. I mean, everybody's gonna know stuff that you don't. But, like, people like you, Mythical Comics, that, like, actually point out, like, I used the word influence wrong. I should have said a reach. Like, that helps me learn and helps me grow as a person, you know? And then I can pass that on to other people as well. I do like learning. I'm not good at learning, but I like having the conversation. And I like getting easy answers.
objective reality starts becoming predominant in the...
I don't think there's anything wrong with being an asshole. Okay, listen. Sometimes you're not in the headspace to take, like, criticism or whatever. And that's one thing. But, like, if somebody's just rude, that doesn't mean that what they're saying is wrong. If somebody, like there have been people that have been mean to me on Twitter or whatever. But the core of what they're saying isn't wrong. That doesn't necessarily mean that it can always be changed or whatever. Like, if you're gonna say, like, oh, your voice is annoying, well, I mean, that's a subjective opinion. Okay, like, oh well. Get over it, I guess. Don't watch me. But, like, if they're like, oh, your stream quality is crap. You need to work on your Streamlabs OBS. Dipshit. It's like, oh, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. Just because somebody's not saying something nicely doesn't mean that their argument is incorrect. The flutters are made polite. That's some good point for them, at least. When you're trying to, I think, in general, when you're trying to change somebody's mind, it is better to be polite about it. You attract more bees with honey than vinegar, as they say. But I think, as people, something we should work on is learning not just to take criticism when somebody packages it nicely, and learning to value the words of people who don't package it nicely. Watch the Hillary Clinton egg video. What? Hillary Clinton egg? What? Which one? Everything a person thinks about you can be determined by the tone they use with you. I don't think so, because I've been told I sound really aggressive over message. She spits out a green egg? What?
Labor Day. When we were trying to figure out where we could be, we all said, let's go to Cleveland.
But I don't feel aggressively towards, I don't know. Just, okay, I don't feel particularly aggressive. But I know I'm an aggressive person. So I'm not very reliable.
And I want to thank Congresswoman Marcia Fudge for hosting us. I've been talking so.
Direct might be a better word.
Every time I think about Trump, I get allergic.
Every time I talk about Trump, I get allergic. That was terrible.
Boy, we have 63 days to go.
When does she cough up the egg?
Also, thank Trumka, opportunities, and fire together. Not just for union members. Oh, we're going based on issues around states
Where's
you hear
the
about
egg?
every 4 years.
Click the other video. Ow! What? I think she just vomited. I don't think that was an egg. Those are eggs she's spawning. Grape! It could be a grape. Why would she just vomit? Acid reflux? Could be phlegm. Ew, and then she drinks it! Ah! No! Ew! Oh, a kid's cooking. This guy thinks his Christian song debunks evolution. What? Christian? I do like genetically modified skeptic. Christian song debunk evolution. I've never seen you before. You're in for a wild ride, Talisman.
Protozoa is my name, I'm just a single cell. I'm sorry that I have no proof, perhaps it's just as well, of my beginning back in time when from a glob of goo, supposedly I started things, the end of which is you.
Bro, that's flubber! That's flubber, that's not protozoa!
For untold centuries I thought that all was going well. Then I became dissatisfied as just a single cell. My fortitude, my guts and grit would stand me in good stead. I made this as my final goal, to be a quadruped. I had to take it step by step and over centuries. But that was nothing, for I knew I'd turn out as I pleased. Ambition served.
Chat, this is like one of those political memes. Chat, this is like a political comic that a boomer would make. Hold on, Brick. Brick. Green. Background. Why did you label every step? You have steps.
Within myself, down in my gloppy bog, by protozoa and effort, I became a pollywog. Evolution, the science of confusion. Because of all the missing links, they don't know what to do. Evolution, incredible delusion. They tell us that we started out as just a glob of goo.
Is this song trying to say it's also unreal? It's like
14 million years or so I wriggled all about, encumbered by my stupid tail, then fins began to sprout. Or was it legs I next acquired?
Why is a tail encumbersome?
Really, I forget. With evolution in control, you don't know what you'll get.
Yes, you do! That's literally the point! With mutations, you don't know what you're gonna get, okay? You don't know what you're gonna get. Sometimes animals can be born like strange colors or whatever. Stop pausing and vibing! But evolution isn't mutation. Evolution is what survives and passes on their genetics.
My patient.
There's a reason human beings don't have like 16 arms, buddy.
Waiting bore much fruit, as happens without fail. I changed into a reeking ape with teeth and hair and tail.
Technically, evolution is mutation. Mutation happens during evolution. But mutation can set you back as well. Like, mutation can lead to animals, like, standing out too much and wiping out a species.
It was such fun to be
But what the hell? We did not go from pollywogs to apes!
an ape. I love to swing from trees. Oh, I love to munch bananas, and I love to scratch for fleas. I howled at all my comrades, and I gibbered at
comrades
the moon. And little did I know that all.
Ever heard of Chernobyl? Exactly. Chernobyl's not evolution. It's just
my carefree days were doomed.
Yes, evolution is successful.
Millions of long years
Went to bed a frog, woke up a monkey.
went past, and then a million more. And suddenly I noticed that my tail was feeling sore. Well, it dropped off and my hair fell out. Old Darwin strikes again. I was a jolly ape, but now I turned into a man. Would you believe I started out as just
There's no way he actually
a glob of goo, and changed from fish to bird to ape, and ended up as you?
We were never birds. What?
That theory is, as theories go, rather odd and weird. The truth,
Does he think evolution happens one creature and not just... Yeah, apparently.
however, is a lot less complex than you feared. If you, my friends, will listen on, you'll find the whole true story, in which there's somewhat less of goo and
God created man in his own image. Chat, even if you believe in Christianity, can you not argue that evolution was God shaping mankind?
Rather more of glory. Evolution, the science of confusion.
Nothing comes. Something cannot create itself. Nothing cannot create something. And that would also violate the law of cause and effect, which says for every effect there must be an equal to a greater cause. Folks, if you're going to have nothing create something, we have a violation of that law.
I'm on the wrong account.
Because the effect cannot be greater than the cause, and nothing cannot be greater than something. Therefore, I love that word, therefore. Therefore, we can conclude, based on the laws of science, the universe could not have created itself. The laws of science and logic clearly teach the universe could not have created itself. That leaves us only two options now. The universe has always existed, it is eternal, or there had to be a creator. These are the only two options we have now. So let's examine the universe has always existed. And we're going to go to one of the laws of science called the second law of thermodynamics. Now, the second law of thermodynamics, I'm trying to say that slow now, because if you haven't noticed, I do have a speech impediment. I do not breathe when I talk. It basically teaches that the whole universe as a whole is losing its available energy for doing usable work. In other words, the usable energy in this universe is wearing down. It's constantly wearing down. In small pockets, we might borrow a little energy from here to supply over here, but the universe as a whole is losing its energy, losing its heat energy. In other words, molecules as a whole are slowing down. Therefore, if this universe was eternal, we would be in what is called a virtual heat death, meaning there'd be virtually no molecular movement. Everything would have lost its available heat energy for doing work. Therefore, the universe cannot be eternal. It had to have a beginning. So our three possibilities now, the universe created itself has to be false based on the laws of science and logic.
Take your hand off the stove for 2 seconds.
They don't know what to do. Incredible delusion. They tell us that we started out as just a glob of goo. You call that science? That's science fiction.
That's all, folks. I just... A lot. Maduka coats! Since he's talking about heat death, return the code. It doesn't say. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, Pecora Flat Earth.
Return the gamble! で、ナイトさん、アメリカからこんにちはってことだって。アリペカ。アメリカって今どのぐらいの時間ってことなの？夜？海外って今何時ペコなの？アメリカって調べてみよう時差で。アメリカ。
Chats! If flat Earth is real, how do you explain time zones? Because wouldn't the time zones go like this? How do you... If the North Pole is here... Magneton!
間6時27分。あれあ、でも場所によって違うってことな。あ、夕方ペコなんだ。あ、なるほど。めっちゃ違くない？そんな違うの？今日本がさ、おはようペコなのにさ、そんな違うんだ。はにゃー。こっちはもう、朝なのにあっち夜か。じゃあこれからウェイウェイ時間ってこと？あっちは。ペコペコ昨日の夕方だよ。そっか、昨日の夕方。っていうことはペコアルチの昨日を過ごしてるってこと？ね、なんでさ、時差ってあるの？ねえねえ、思わないペコ？なんで時差ってあるの？なんで時差ってあるペコ？なんで地球って丸いんだろう？なんかなんで地球って丸いペコなの？地球ってさ、一直線でもよかったくない？
Come on, be flat, you stupid round thing!
なんで丸なんだろうね。なんで？哲学かなって。なんか一直線だったらみんな同じじゃんね。太陽が沈んで昇って、なんで丸ペコなんだろう。不思議なんだけど。気づいちゃったか。やばい。やっぱそういうこと？これ気づいた消されるペコかな。ね、待って、これ消されるってことなの？もしかして。やばい。闇の組織から消されることがあるこれ。角があると角があると痛いから、そういうこと？痛いからか。あ、そっか。宇宙がね、宇宙が痛くなっちゃうってことか。誰も端っこで泣かないようにだよ。そういうことか。確かに端っこで。
She's transcended beyond flat Earth. She's a wide Earth.
好きな人と嫌いな人いるペコだしさ、端ってなんか嫌ペコだよね。確かにそのさ、一直線だとさ、真ん中のところがなんか都市部とか言われそうペコだもんね。地球だったら丸だったらさ、関係ないペコだもんね、別にね。うまくできてるもんペコだね、マジで。すっげえ今納得しちゃった。ありがとうペコ。確かにそうだわ。
Is this sarcasm? Oh my god. Hold on. Sky demons. Chat, we've been stuck on the flat Earth. We have not even talked about the sky demons. Hold on. One second. Okay. Plains truth. You don't type in fake, you type in truth. The truth about Planned Parenthood. Oh my god. I need videos. Sky demons. Sky demons are fake planes. The truth behind the Bermuda Triangle.
possibly be true. But after receiving thousands of records and declassified reports from the Army, it's confirmed that during the Cold War, the United States military conducted secret tests on unsuspecting people in the city of St. Louis. A local sociologist will make her...
Not see this. He explains it as being you see a puff of smoke moving up, puff of smoke going up, and that's what's really weird about the whole thing is because he didn't say that. Excuse me, that's not what happened. He said it's a.
He's alive.
We just Abram was from Ur of the Chaldees. Whatever the heck that is, I have no idea. That wrong, and I got that wrong until I learned otherwise. So, Paul, the man who became later to be known as Paul to the Greeks specifically, he came out of rabbinical Judaism, which was Talmudic, which was not any Talmud, but the Talmud of Babylon, which was incredible evil, the blackest evil. Why was it the blackest evil? This is an important connection point. I'm not yelling at you. Why was it the blackest evil? Because back in Babylon, where that Talmud came from, where the rabbinical system came from, Babylon was ruled by who? By what? By the Chaldeans. What are you trying to tell me that it's the same exact thread of the blackest of evil? That's exactly what I'm telling you. So the Chaldeans became the elite black magicians. They were already the elite black magicians, but they rose to that place of infiltration and leadership and domination and corruption in Babylon, bringing the worst aspects of Babylon
What do these words mean?
Babylon. They wrote the Babylonian Talmud, a terrible perversion, the teachings of the fallen angels, not just some stupid religion by man that they thought of, but the teachings of the fallen angels, and that created rabbinical Judaism, which God didn't create rabbinical Judaism.
It always goes back to Jews!
Paul is like excelling at rabbinical Judaism. He's like, acing all the tests and totally climbing the ladder, and he's on his way to being a high priest. In the system of what? Of rabbinical Judaism, which is what? Talmudic Judaism, which is what? The Talmud of Babylon, which is what? The Chaldean worship of the fallen angels. Yes. So, connecting the dots for you. God got a hold of him, right? God had that encounter on the road to Damascus, knocked him on his butt, showed him who the real power was, and took all that zeal that Paul had and said, no, you're going to serve me now. And so you can read that dramatic story for yourself in the Bible. But that's the same thread that traces itself directly back to the Chaldeans, who are what? The same people running the system back in Abram's day. So just as God brought Abram out of that system, that Chaldean system of idolatry, of worshiping fallen angels, and brought him through faith, follow me, obey me, and I'm going to do something good. I'm going to produce goodness through you, despite the fact you came out of the blackest darkness. He did the same thing with Saul, who became also known as Paul. He grabbed that man, plucked him out of that situation, shook him, right? Made him blind and go, you think you see? You don't see jack, Shaul. Let me show you to see as you should see. You've been blinded and you're in deep deception. And so God,
there's 80 people
right
watching
after that experience, I think it was 10 years. I'm pretty sure it was 10. That he spent really having to let God work on him and show him the truth and come into understanding before he even went and tried to have any kind of public ministry. So God was working on him, and God was, we're going to say in our vernacular, our non-spiritual biblical vernacular, God was deprogramming him from Talmudic, Babylonian, Chaldean teaching.
I don't know what these words mean. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Not see this.
Hold on. Truth. Truth. Thank you for stopping by, Randall! Yeah, my dog's woke! Was that the Alienware logo?
So-called leaders in Washington, whom we elected to safeguard our nation and our Constitution, are the betrayers, and that behind them are a comparatively small group of men whose sole objective is to enslave the whole world of humanity in their satanic plot of one world government. This satanic plot was launched back in the 1760s when it first came into a...
Why? Okay, chat. Why would a one world government even be bad? Why is that inherently bad? I can't tell what's ironic anymore. Planes fake. Unchecked power. Okay, there's checks and balances. There's checks and balances with, like, the American government. We found it! We found Sky Demons!
Yeah, that's the kind right there, that gray thing. They end up hovering. Where did that little light thing go? White thing. It's gone. Disappeared. Wow.
How do these people feel about travel? Do they think planes are just very fast cars? When you get on a plane, it just like speeds across the belt. A one-world government is considered bad because of the concept of interchangeability. A monkey can do the same thing better, belief. Chemplane, that's the hashtag we need to be looking for. Are these angels? Has anyone ever seen these white orbs? They fly at high altitudes very fast and have to... I'm telepathically communicated
So at any rate, let's get into this and I'll open up.
Where there's a blue patch, it's right up there in the clouds, and they have sprayed right on top of it. And you can see the cloud cover. And they are some thick, persistent chemtrails, and very low. So, I mean, is this thing some kind of a marker, or what's going on? I mean, it's not moving.
It's clouds,
I wondered if it was tethered to the ground, but it's not swaying, and it's just barely drifting down very, very slowly.
Alright, so here's a wide shot with just the Canon T2i with just the standard lens. There's a little bit of jiggle, you can tell by the shape of the object. But by the time I got up, I got the Nikon, the good camera out with the telephoto, and I put the doubler on it, and this is what I saw. But when I looked at this through binoculars, it looked very luminescent. It looked lit from inside, almost looked like you could see into it. And if you look on the right side of this thing, there's those little striations or whatever. So I'm going to run a few filters here, and you can look. And as we get further into the video, keep an eye on that right side, and near the end we'll look at both sides. There's a little bit of movement on this thing. So it was drifting down slowly now that I've had time to go through the video, but I think what is actually going on is it's going away from me. So here's just random stills I pulled, and I'll fade them through so that we can see. That one may have a little jig.
Do these people know that weather balloons exist? What?
But at times
you want to bet this is a weather balloon, chat?
very nebulous, and these are the same settings, and there's that little mark on the right again, and at some points, or on the right, and right there it's almost see-through, and there's that little mark on the right. Looks like it's pulled in a little bit. I'll load a couple more of these and we'll do the fade through. Now it's back to 2 little marks on that side. And you can see movement in the video, which I'll load up here. Okay, so here is the video footage with the telephoto, the doubler.
Oh, this person's saying it's Venus.
From the good camera, the Nikon, and I'll zoom in on this object and we can just see how it moves. Alright, so this is a 600% zoom, and from here on in, every time I zoom on this object, it will be the same 600% zoom. This is real time, and you can see that there is some movement, but if you look very carefully at that kind of right
it doesn't look like it's moving. It looks
right,
like there's
and a
film
little bit on the
green.
left, there's movement of some sort. And I did inversion, and I put this in Photoshop. I looked for anything else in frame, a tether going down or anything, and there's nothing there. And
Could be a hollow moon that the Nazis use as a base. Wait, that's a real conspiracy? Hold on. Hollow moon. Nazi. It's the moon! Whoa! Jed, I need videos. I need videos, Jed. When you find crazy stuff, you send it to me. Nexpo has... Did you mean to spell Nepo? That man needs a camera stabilizer, yeah. Chat, that's what these people do. Oh my god. I need a video. Cam plane. I need video. I guess chemtrail stuff isn't as popular anymore.
Guy up here spraying this little plume. You know, I knew they'd put on a show. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this one here turns it off because it's the plume is look at it, it's changing. Oh damn. Ooh, something's going on, man.
Oh my god, you have a cough. You have a cough. Do you really think anything they spray? If they sprayed something from that high up, you think it's affecting you already?
Look at it. It just shut it off. And let's hear your little contrail bullcrap story here on this one, huh? And these aren't the only planes I'm seeing right now they're spraying. There's another one right there. Here's the trail that one left. This long, skinny one. Still going. Right there. I don't even see that. There it is. There's a white plane.
Oh my god. Hold on, Chet, have you heard that spraying vinegar makes chemtrails disappear? Vinegar chemtrail.
So hello guys, everyone who don't like or hate chemtrails in the sky, chem clouds. I can show you one thing who can clear sky, make deep blue. Here's hot water. Just you can get everywhere in the kitchen.
Oh my god.
You can take a little bit vinegar, like this part, and everything to fill out with water. Shake bottle, and later open that and mix it just here. And left to vaporizing. That vapor, vinegar vapor, can clear sky in a few hours. Winter time 4-6 hours, summertime 2-3 hours. Easy.
Just fill a bottle with hot water and some vinegar and throw it. Oh my god, vinegar factories must never have a cloudy sky above them ever. There are no clouds above vinegar factories, chat.
Easy. Just one bottle. Very little job.
I'm assuming
Small
you
job.
have a fake account. Oh yeah.
And you can just make your natural more beautiful. Sky will be blue, not white. Chem clothes will be disappear. That's
This
very
one is
easy. 2-3 bottles can clear sky
one of my
in
other
50
But I make
or
comments
maybe sometimes
with my meme.
100 kilometers, square kilometers around. So make this and you will get fresh air, clear air.
Oh my god.
You can run, you can walk with children, play, not sitting at home by TV. Okay, see you, good luck for everybody.
Oh, oh my freaking god. 3 bottles can clear 100 square kilometers? Yeah. Do you know the story of Balloon Boy? Yeah, it was a hoax. Is this? That's gotta be fake. Thank you for the $10.
I'm in my garage, so hopefully no one.
Thank you for the $10, Chad.
Vinegar clouds can melt steel beams.
Over here, and I hope this video doesn't get taken down, but it's finally time. Today I'm going to reveal the truth about
Fake. CIA UFO videos. CIA UFO.
In the language of the US Department of Defense, these are unidentified aerial phenomena. Videos which add fuel to the belief of some that we are not alone. The first incident was filmed off the California coast in 2000.
Does anyone have any like links? I don't want to download them. The Black Vault. Oh my god. I just want to see the videos. Did they link to a conspiracy website? This is a freaking news site! Oh my god.
Nearly a quarter of a century ago, the Black Vault was born. I was 15 years old when I started what you're seeing now, and it was at that same age back in 1996 that the CIA quickly found out the name John Greenwald.
Oh my god. The
I tried to gain access to documents on UFOs that the CIA had already released to the public at the time, but the CIA pushed back on my efforts by charging me money to get them. And that was money I just didn't have as a teenager. Since this is so popular, so again, we're talking about this material of some kind. Is it the same as quick explanation on who the heck Leon Davidson is? Rumors solved it. Published confusion.
Oh my god. What does Mel have to do with this? I want to see the videos. Cloning! Mind control. Oh my god. I'm being mind controlled by the government, chat. I'm being mind controlled. Paranormal Keys files. Chat, we can get more content. We just need to go onto the paranormal board on 4chan. This stuff, they bury this way too much. We just need to go onto X. Skinwalker Ranch. Are you allowed to go on 4chan on YouTube? Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna scroll through real quick, make sure there's nothing not safe for work. Oh yeah, chat! Oh my god! Why did! I'm upset. I've been watching this for over a week. Oh my god. You can... A book that a bishop can easily pick up for $50 on the official Catholic website. What? I know it was someone on here because there are 9 watchers on Tuesday. And I would bet most of them were from this board. Which one of you was it? Are you worried that the Catholic Church may try to intimidate you? Because you may be the only lay person with an unpublished official Catholic exorcist manual that all official exorcists use and has not been leaked to the public at large yet. Is this real? Hold on. Exorcisms and related supplications. PDF. Oh! It's real! Demon shit! Among the sacramentals, the church, obedient to the Lord's Prayer, has from ancient times. Mercifully provided the means for God to be implored through pious supplications that the Christian faithful may be set free.
We only got like 10 minutes left, by the way.
We're studying for phasmophobia, chat. Shut up. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's real. Oh my god. I didn't realize exorcisms were actually performed, chat. I am ignoring you, Corgi! I didn't realize exorcisms were actually a thing! Depart, therefore, Satan, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Depart through the faith and prayer of the Church. Depart through the sign of the Holy Cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns forever and ever. All reply. Chat, reply! Reply. Say it with me, chat. Amen. Say it with me, chat. Say it with me. Say it with me. Type in chat. Amen. Amen. Amen, chat. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is the Catholic website? They mentioned the Catholic website. Catholic Church website. The Vatican. Ah, it's Pope Francis. Whoa. There's been so many. There's been so many. The Vatican has Twitter. Oh no! Be serious. Oh my god, we're gonna get into the cool stuff, chat. Let's say hello to the Pope! Oh, video link! Why did that open this instrument? Oh my god. Hold on. No, stop. Oh my god. I clicked the link and it opened the link in Streamlabs. I didn't realize you could open... Hold on. How do I copy this link? There we go. You want to end up on a watch list? People Daily's China, the largest newspaper group in China, said experts believe that the lights are likely related to high-altitude aircraft and the streaks were left behind by them. Did it just say Jews? No. Okay. They're speaking some form of Chinese.
啥了？这是什么玩意儿？
I was gonna say if they brought up Jews again.
少快开始上了。
I'm so sorry. If any of you guys in chat are Jewish.
哎，这是
I'm so sorry.
UFO。
Oh my god.
是了。
You guys don't deserve this.
火箭推向器，然后脱落了以后就是这种东西。
Possible UFO insights fear of top secret military experiments. Whoa. How come this wasn't like on the news? What does Alex Jones have to say about this? Alex Jones, I need to know your opinion. There's so many different angles. God's feedback. No more Alex! I'm not anti-Semitic! Oh my god. China, UFO, Alex Jones.
I'm Alex Jones, your host. The globalists are pulling out every stop they can to plunge the world into war.
Alex Jones is probably America's best known and most influential conspiracy theorist. Jones's radio program and online television network reaches millions.
Why do we only have French subtitles?
Frothing rants claiming the Sandy Hook massacre was a hoax and that 9/11 was an inside job.
You know what it's like to gut up to this and go out every day and go past the peer pressure and come out day one and say 9/11 was an inside job and lose most of the radio stations I was on? You know what it's like to go to sleep every night knowing you weren't...
With the election of Donald Trump, whose candidacy he vigorously championed, Jones's fringe movement has shouted its way into the mainstream, and he's become one of the president-elect's most powerful media surrogates.
You're in a death battle now. You're in
I need to know what he thinks!
death battle, New World Order.
The
We
Zeitgeist
know
documentary,
you're
go
in
ahead
one
now.
with us. Comprende? Comprehend? We don't care what you say.
Throughout his 20-plus year career in broadcasting, Alex Jones has transformed from a local celebrity with a public access cable show to the undisputed king of alternative media. His YouTube channel has racked up well over 1 billion views.
It got deleted. Hold on. Zeitgeist documentary. What is this?
Deadly riots over the government's plan to avoid defaulting on its loans.
Is that the unemployment keeps rising and it has to keep rising just because we have an excess supply of goods, which is
This is all borrowed money that are
I'm not okay!
by banks in other countries.
About $1 trillion
Spilling
in
over
bonds
lives.
Pizzagate! I heard about Pizzagate.
A filter cigarette that delivers the taste, and What is respectable is a highly arbitrary phenomenon in our society. And it seems like the greater the harm, the more respectable the addiction.
What is a conspiracy you actually believe in? I think there could be. I think there could be like a secret government. I don't know if it's the Illuminati, but like I think there could be like a secret government that like operates behind the scenes and maybe chooses like who becomes successful and who doesn't, you know? Because like what if Bill Gates started like preaching like about aliens and stuff, you know? Like I think somebody would wipe him out. What's with the rebranding? We went full crazy.
There's a general myth that drugs in themselves are addictive. In fact, the war on drugs is predicated on the idea that if you interdict the sources of drugs, you can deal with addiction that way. Now, if we understand addiction in a broader sense,
I think Elon is like if he goes too far, they'll shut him down, you know?
we see that nothing in itself is addictive. No substance, no drug is by itself addictive, and no behavior is by itself addictive. Many people can go shopping without becoming shopaholics. Not everybody becomes a food addict. Not everyone who drinks a glass of wine becomes an alcoholic. So the real issue is what makes people susceptible, because it's the
another role of the employer and employee, spending back into the system to enable the cyclical
monetary market economics. I don't know what this
consumption
means.
to continue. In other words, the global market system is based on the assumption that there will always be enough product demand in society to move enough money around at a rate which can keep the consumption process going. And the faster the rate of consumption, the more so-called economic
They're brainwashing us to make us spend money.
growth is assumed, and so the machine goes. But hold on, I thought an economy was meant to, I don't know, economize? Doesn't the very term have
What does this mean?
to do with preservation and efficiency and a reduction of waste? So how does our system, which demands consumption and the more the better, efficiently preserve or economize at all? Well, it doesn't. The intent of the market system is, in fact, the exact opposite of what a real economy is supposed to do, which is efficiently and conservatively orient the materials
Is this communism? Watch Apartheid Adventures. Is this gonna get into race? Is this gonna get into race again?
For production and distribution of life-supporting goods. We live on a finite planet with finite resources, where, for example, the oil we utilize took millions of years to develop, where the minerals we use took billions of years to develop.
Skinwalker Ranch.
So, having a system that deliberately promotes the acceleration of consumption for the sake of so-called economic growth is pure ecocidal insanity.
I mean, hold on. Okay. It's not. We're not just like. Okay, if this is the Earth and there's all these resources here, and this is the market, we're not just going like, and then like dumping them out. You know? Like, stuff gets brought into the market. And then it, like, circulates. Like, diamonds and stuff come from the earth, yes. And they take a long time to grow. But fuel is not reusable. Fuel is going to have to be, done with eventually. Like, we're gonna have to move towards like electronic cars eventually. But the idea right now, we're not keeping fuel, oil, because we like it. We're keeping oil because there are companies that already have like a big stake in this kind of stuff, that have political influence because of how much money they have. So it's not like this is the ideal. We are eventually going to move into using stuff like electricity as a fuel source. But like, I mean, there's finite amount of energy in the universe, okay? Like, it's not, like, everything is finite. Like, eventually it's gonna wear down. I guess the presenter's point is that since we have an abundant production speed for resources, the prices should be lowered. But that's not how supply and demand works. The resources might be abundant, like, oh, we have so much oil. But now we're, like, running low, or whatever. As long as there's still the demand, it's still gonna, there's still gonna be a high price for it. If only those companies would just slowly invest in renewable resources, that would be ideal. But they're gonna like do whatever they can to keep making money. Alright, well, thank you for stopping by, Klaus. Problem is, demand keeps going up. The demand's going up as the population grows, but then there's also alternatives coming around and being put in place, like electric cars are now a thing, you know? So those are gonna, so even if oil is going up, electronic cars are also going up. Maybe not as quickly. Like, if oil's like this, electric cars are like this. But eventually it's gonna have to stop anyway, so. I sometimes wonder where electric cars would be if they hadn't dumped them all in the desert in the 90s. What? This would help a lot if I heard this information last year. There was a scarcity of street horse dung shovelers until the car came. Don't underestimate innovation. Electric cars aren't a much better alternative, at least right now. Things have to gradually change. Gradually change. Even cars, chat. Cars were not like, here's the invention of cars. Great, everyone's using them. It wasn't like that. Yeah, I think you're thinking of the E.T. Atari game. Cars! Like... I mean, cars have been around for a long time. But... like, original cars. People didn't get to just own cars for quite a while, you know? Like... Things develop. And we're waiting for things to develop. Not because of that. Okay, let's watch a cave cooking video and we'll end off stream. There's no infrastructure to support them yet. Alright, oh, there was no infrastructure to support them. We don't have the infrastructure to support electric cars right now. Chat, think about it. To facilitate electric cars, we would have to have electric car chargers all across the US. The US is huge. You're gonna have to route power or install like power facilities in so many places in the US where there just isn't anything. We gotta, it's a process. We installed gas stations in all those places already though, over the course of a long period of time.
Hi people, I'm back cooking again, and today I'm going to be doing my version of a spicy soup and fish. As you can see, I've got some carrots and potatoes and some onions doing. I know
people underestimate how large the US is. Like, electric chargers are rare, even in like urban areas in the US. Because even urban areas are sprawling, chat. They're huge.
the fish was frozen. I went. Oh. Better. It's all broken up now. So it's
we'll delete the right
going
now.
to cook now.
Alright, now I'm getting in my car.
It's all bits of fish. That one I got before.
I don't know how to do it.
So.
Thank you for stopping by,
So all I can do now is just leave that to do, and then when
America should really be divided into smaller countries. We are. It's called states.
everything's done, I shall put it all in the blender and blend it. I'm not putting the fish in the blender. I'm going to put that separate. I will do the soup and then I'll do fish separate from it. As you can see, I've got the carrots in the blender. I'm going to put the onions in. All these have been separately cooked. I don't know why they could have gone in a big pan altogether, but they didn't. So onion escaping, and I don't.
Oh, I'm using top chat again, not live chat.
I don't think there might be too many. Right, so I'm going to leave them potatoes there. I'm going to put this in. This is. Well, this is what makes it. Is what,
like 24 times.
what's going to make the spice. I have already made some gravy, just in case there isn't enough juice in here.
You're not supposed to fill your blender that much.
Oh, scraping pans.
You're not supposed to fill the blender to the top like
Non-stick pans should be okay. So I'm going to put the. Oh goodness, I'll put the lid on. I'm just putting that lid on. The fish is already done. That's it. Fasten that down. Put its cover on.
Yeah, the scraping noise is loud.
That's it. We're going to go on. Now, this is loud. So, watch your ears. Right, it's being blended as you saw.
It didn't blend the top!
You saw, yeah. So all I'm going to do is warming it up now. Just warming it up and wait till it starts bubbling. I know you're not supposed to let soup bubble, but that's what it was. Oh, it's starting. It's already starting. A little volcano. So I don't know if you can see that. So. I'm serving it out now. It's trying to bubble on the stove. Give over bubbling.
I don't think you're supposed to let it.
I don't know if you can see, but I put some fish in. Could end up on the floor there, would have been right upsetting. Right, and Lee's going to do the taste test. Now be careful because there's steam coming from it.
That's not I'm a bit worried about. It's not a little bit I'm worried about. I just don't. Dreading it. I am dreading it. I'm not gonna lie.
You said that about a lot of my meals.
Yes.
And it turned out alright.
Yes, but still. Do a tikka masala. Not spicy at all, actually.
And say, oh, good, I can have some.
Well, a little tiny bit. You just go, like flavour spicy.
So can I have it?
Yeah, she can have it.
I can have it, good.
Right. Not else tasted. It's literally just like having tikka masala and fish.
Does she not taste the food as she's cooking it? She just hands it off to this dude like, alright, buddy. Try it for me. Let me know. Here's the final product.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh, well, you saw everything went in, so... Right, before I start going on with all jargon, I start at the outro, as it's called. I just want to let you know I have a Facebook page.
I love how she doesn't eat it until the poison checker son tried it.
Well, it's called Kay's Cooking, like my channel is called. So it's Kay's Cooking, and if you want, Lee will leave a link in the description.
There's nothing in the description.
Have I got that right? Yeah, because I always mess that bit up. Right, so yes, if you like what you see, please keep viewing me. Like Lee said...
I don't think he wants to put people in the same position that his mother's putting him in.
Oh, I didn't realize she doesn't upload anymore. Oh no, chat. That's a slur. That's a slur, chat. A lot of people don't know this is a slur. That's a slur. She was arrested! No. No. She wasn't arrested. She uploads here. Someone is typing. She doesn't upload on YouTube anymore. She uploads on Facebook.
And today I'm going to be doing some jam and lemon curd tarts. Right, as you can see, I've got flour in. That's your salt. And some marge. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make that into breadcrumbs. And then, well, yeah, I'm going to mix it in so it all comes out as breadcrumbs. As you can see, I've done the breadcrumbs. I managed to get the breadcrumbs and pour a bit of water in. Help it to mix together. It to become, so I can roll it out, a bit more water in.
I hate these noises. She's making
right, it's really nice and moist now. It comes together lovely. as James Martin says, the mixture needs to be a lot moister than, well, than normal. As you can see, it's all come out now. It's all, I'm just giving it a good, well, making it so I can roll it out. Pick the flour up off the edges. So I'm going to roll it out now and
Remember when stream was
hopefully it
ending?
goes okay. Right, I'm rolling it out and hopefully it'll go okay. I was always told never to roll back with a rolling pin, but I've seen a lot of chefs do it, so I can't see the point in why I can't do it as well. So
what is that?
One more roll should do it.
Was that a hole in the dough?
Right, as you can see, I've rolled it out. I'm going to...
I don't know anything about baking.
Oh, look how vicious that is. Oh, right. So I'm going to take these little pastry thingy-majigs out.
Oh my god.
And put them in the thing.
Yes, Facebook.
Right, I'm putting some more thingy-majig.
Anti-Semitic conspiracies.
And what I'm doing is I'm going to do 6 of these with jam, that's it, and 6 of them with lemon curd. This one's gone a bit skewy. And I'm gonna, well, I'll show you me putting the stuff in the things into cases, and I think I just need 2 more cases, and then that should be it. Right, as you can see, I'm putting some jam in the tarts. If you're wondering what jam it is, it's my favourite, strawberry jam. You don't have to have strawberry jam. You can have anything. You can have apricot jam. Ooh. Well, you can have any jam you want. It's up to you. It's your choice. And I'm going to check them after 15 minutes. Well, we'll check them after 15 minutes and see what situation is, and if they need longer, I shall give them longer. Right, as you can see, there's a lemon and a jam tart. I'm going to try them.
Wait, that's it? Wait, that's it?
If I like lemon curd, I would say that's nice. But I don't like lemon curd.
Then why did you make it?
Very nice, both very nice.
I don't think tarts are supposed to be crunchy, are they?
Now, a lot of you have told me to write down what I'm going to say.
I've had a tart before. It was more like a soft bread with a... And the bread was more on the bottom. And there was like a custard. I don't... Chef! Merchandise. Merchandise, chat! Oh my god. Oh my god. Follow. Okay. Okay, we're gonna call stream here. Thank you, cheese. You have merch? I don't have merch. I know, I need to step up my merch game. This banner pad! Okay. stopping by. Good job. I only got one stream banned yet. The government CIA lizards only banned one stream. I spoke the truth too much. The lizard people came for me. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. I don't know if you guys wanna are raids a thing on YouTube?
No.
Should we raid somebody on Twitch? Like, I can post a link and you guys can go raid somebody that's on Twitch. Raids are frowned upon on YouTube. How many streams got striked? Only one. Are they really? I guess. You told everyone about Hitler's secret city in Antarctica! Shut up, meat! Oh my god. Read Nova. What do we say? What do we say? We cross-platform raid. Can't hear her. She's so quiet compared to everything else that I've witnessed. No, not anti-Semitic raid! No. See if Alex Briels is broadcasting. Not anti-Semitic raid.
No, really. Even though it's a hilarious joke, do not do that.
Yeah. So yeah, just go watch. Go watch. Yeah, go watch Okasa. Noba-san. Noba-chan. Go here. I wonder what I'll dream about after this stream. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be streaming on Twitch tomorrow. Same time as today, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. EST, 12 p.m. PST. I love you guys. Goodbye. Oh, I'm locking out screen.